Ladies and gentlemen, in case you missed the apocalypse happening outside, I'm here to tell you to buckle up. It's getting worse. Over the last 24 hours, we've had leaks from WotC's own employees, a huge exodus from D&D Beyond, and most importantly, I have right here WotC's own leaked response to the drama. Yes, this is the response, the document they were supposed to release yesterday. And spoilers, it's terrible. It's a mixture of straight up lies, gaslighting, and incredible arrogance on the part of Wizards of the Coast. It's presented in the form of an FAQ, and I've been advised by lawyers, shout out to Noah Downs, to not show the entire document as it might have some subtle language that can trace it back to the source of the leak. So we're going with lawyer-approved screenshots. Okay, let's break it down. So the document begins with some generic information about the OGL. I know you already know what that means. But less than 3 paragraphs in, the FAQ starts hitting us with the bollocks. Can I keep using OGL 1A to develop 5th edition content? No. OGL 1A only allows creators to use authorized versions of the OGL, which allows Wizards to determine which of its prior version to continue to allow blah 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 blah. Basically, this is them doubling down and saying, we are doing this, and legally, we can do this. Except legally, they almost certainly can't, and as Paizo and many other big D&D creators have said, they're ready to go to court on this. This is a lie from WotC. They want to convince you that legally, they are in the right. They know that morally, they can't be in the right, but they want people to shrug their shoulders and say, gee, well, that's capitalism, what can you do? But it's not true. This will go to court, an argument in equity will be made, and the independent creators will win. Paizo, MonkeyDM, Kobold Press, and all the lawyers I've spoken to are all in agreement on this. WotC wants to scare off small creators, while convincing legally illiterate morons like myself that they can do this. But if you thought that was a lie, honey, sit down. There's bullshit in this document that will knock your socks off. Here's a fun one. We are including a 6-month grace period that gives creators the same benefits of the original OGL license. So originally, they were giving creators 1 week to sign the new document or they were out of business. Now that's been extended to 6 months, but here's the trick. This is a clause of this 2.0 agreement, which means you have to sign the agreement to get the 6-month grace period. And once you've signed, they've got you. This is a trap. It's a trick to get desperate creators to sign up so they can juice their numbers and make it look like it's more popular than it is. Oh, but hold up, here's one of my favorite lies. Who owns the content I create using the OGL 2.0? You own the new and original content you create, and Wizards doesn't get to copy or use it without your permission. I love how they underlined this, like, hey, we're really serious, we don't get to use your stuff without your permission. Except you do, Wizards. It's in the contract you sent creators to sign. Quote, you agree to give us a non-exclusive, perpetual, irrevocable, worldwide, sub-licensable, royalty-free license to use that content for any purpose. This statement is Wizards lying through careful language. Sure, you own your content, and we can't use it without your permission, but by signing the OGL contract that was leaked last week, you gave them permission. So yes, this contract very much clearly gives Wizards the ability to steal your content. It's like, how dumb do you think the audience is? Who's seeing this underlined text and thinking, oh geez, they must be really serious. I guess they're not gonna steal stuff now. We all saw the contract you tried to force on creators, Wizards. You can't frame this as one big misunderstanding. But it gets worse. Why is WotC charging royalties now? There are 2 answers to this question, and they are both bafflingly stupid. Like, I'm not even angry, I'm just amazed that someone wrote this down. Nonsense answer number 1. We can't leave the door open for a mega company's projects to exploit our IP with no checks and balances. Oh, damn. That's actually a really good answer. Oh wait, no it's not. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. The question is, why are you charging royalties? And the answer they gave is, we don't want creators making things we don't like. But that's nothing to do with money, that's to do with censorship. It's got nothing to do with the question. Also, by the way, Wizards of the Coast, you are the mega company here. Don't hit us with this eat the rich crap, you're $1 billion company. If anyone here's getting eaten, it's you. Second nonsense answer. If you're making a lot of money on your D&D content, we want to talk and grow together. Ooh, I think that one's a lie, isn't it, Wizards? Let me just go into Photoshop and fix that one for you. There we go. Much better. Both of the answers this document gives to the royalties question are lies. The truth is, Wizards doesn't really care about the 20 to 25% on some companies. They don't care about that small amount of money. They care about bleeding these companies that are making this amazing D&D content, which makes their content look terrible. Then there's this section which is just boring questions, which I'm sure nobody actually asked. It's just here to pad this document out and hopefully bore people out of reading all the way to the end. But bad luck, Wizards, I did read all the way to the end, and now we get to the juicy stuff. Leaks. Why is some of this information different from the leaked drafts I've heard about? Well, let's see how long it takes them to lie in answering this question. Firstly, the leaked documents were drafts. Bullshit! This is the biggest piece of disinformation that WotC are hammering right now. The OGL 1.1 was not a draft. This was a finished document that was sent out to creators with a contract attached for them to sign. You don't send out legally binding contracts with a freaking draft. No, they tried to force this disgusting document through, and now they're desperately backpedaling. Again, WotC, your community are not idiots. I can't believe they actually tried to pull this. Then the document goes on to explain what a draft is. I've got no idea why, it's got nothing to do with anything. But then we get to my favorite bit of all. Bottom line, we're listening and learning, and we'll continue doing that. Not because loud voices made us, but because it's what we always planned to do. This is a pathetic attempt by WotC to save face and minimize the community backlash. The higher-ups at WotC must have the biggest small dick syndrome pathetic ego ever. They simply can't admit that the entire community has come together as one proud voice. Oh, no. This isn't the community speaking out. This is just a few loud voices stirring up trouble. Well, let's talk about loud voices, WotC, because the loudest voice of all came from your own company. I received an email from a worker at D&D Beyond and Wizards of the Coast, who I and multiple other sources have confirmed to be legit, giving their take on the situation. You can pause and read the whole email if you want. At the time of recording, 8 hours after I tweeted it, it had 1.3 million impressions on Twitter. It was trending on Reddit. It was on the front page of every D&D subreddit, and it exposed WotC for the terrible company that they are. Basically, it says the following. 1. WotC are delaying the rollout of the OGL 2.0 because of this backlash. 2. Their decision-making is based entirely on their bottom line. They don't care about what you think, they only want your money. 3. They are specifically looking at D&D Beyond subscriptions, as this is the quickest financial data they have. 4. They're hoping that if they stall long enough, we'll just forget about the whole thing. But then here comes the real scoop. The employee goes on to say, I have never once heard management refer to customers in a positive manner. Their communication gives me the impression they see customers as obstacles between them and their money. You are just a wallet to Wizards of the Coast. Your legal rights, your feelings on the future of the game, these are just obstacles between them and the money that they rightfully deserve that at the moment is in your pocket. They can just lie again and again through this FAQ response. The truth doesn't matter. You don't matter. The only thing that matters is your money. They're trying to downplay this backlash as just a few loud voices, but it's not. They don't seem to understand that influencer voices are only loud because we're part of a strong, united community. There aren't just a few loud voices, there is one voice. It's the voice of the entire D&D community united, and it's telling you, Wizards, to fuck off. This community made you, not the other way around. You hate us, that's obvious, but if the only thing you understand is money, then that's the place the community has decided to strike back. Everyone is cancelling their D&D Beyond subscriptions. The community is doing this because it's the only way Wizards of the Coast will listen. Wizards, if you thought the community were obstacles to your money before, then holy hell, you are not gonna like what they're doing now. I just want to point out that if you want to cancel but you've paid for a year, if you cancel now, you'll still have access for that full year. It just won't auto-renew. So yeah, still no official response from WotC, but we got this leaked draft, and that's the final point. The fact that we got this proves there is an internal war going on at Wizards of the Coast. These leaks from Wizards' own staff show that the little people are trying to fight back against their bosses. Mostly, the people at Wizards of the Coast are on our side. The company is literally tearing itself apart, and we need to keep up the pressure. That means Twitter, Reddit, sharing videos, talking to your friends in real life, and most importantly, cancelling your D&D Beyond subscription. The trending hashtags are OpenD&D, Stop the Sub, and D&D Be Gone. Use the money you save from D&D Beyond and get yourself something nice from a company who respects you and appreciates you. D&D Beyond is only there to be turned into a microtransaction hellhole anyway. Take this moment now to let your voice be heard. I'll let you know when WotC respond properly, and I've got another video coming soon. This drama is not going to stop this channel. I'm business as usual. Also, if you want to see some great D&D content, check out my Patreon. There is a free magazine there in the About Me section. Okay, cool. That's all I got. I'll see you next time.